I am Charlotte Allett, and you are joining me today for this interview for the Student Music Network. And I'm joined by the wonderful singer, songwriter, producer, artist, all these amazing things, Jazmine Flowers.
Hello,
Hello.
thank you. That was a nice intro.
I felt like
Very
I was
good.
doing like a LinkedIn profile then or something for you.
You can write my next profile when I have one.
Mate,
That was
I was
great.
straight on it. But how are you doing today? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm in LA at the moment, so it's the morning, so my day hasn't really started. This is the start of my day, so it'll be a nice start to the day.
What time is it over there at the moment?
It's 9:30 in the morning.
Oh, it's early.
Yes. It's not
It's
it's
not
not that too it's not too early.
early enough for you, bless you.
Yeah, it's good.
But we're here today to talk about your latest track, Detached. How has things been since that you released that? It came out in August, is that right? Around then?
Yes, yeah, it came out in August. It's been really good. It's done really well. It's my first independent release.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's gone really great. The weekend I released it, I did like I was doing Reading Festival Leeds, so that was
Yeah.
like a really chaotic but amazing weekend. Like just yeah, just so much fun. I kind of almost forgot the song even came out.
Oh my gosh.
Um, but it's gone. Yeah, it's just that's done really well.
Because I was looking through your TikTok and I saw your what was it, like your festival diaries that you were
Uh,
doing? And they were making me laugh. The one where you were like in your car with your friend, just scanning all the food before you're on your way to the festival. And I was like,
yep.
she's like the rest of us going to a festival, but like still just about to release a track as well. I was like, oh my God, what?
Yeah, it was insane. Like, I mean, I guess it kind of lined up pretty well. I got to kind of promote the song at all the shows I did, but yeah, it was like a lot. It was a lot going on, but it was so much fun. I've never really done festivals either, so it was a fun little festival weekend.
Do you prefer, is it festivals or like intimate concerts? Which do you prefer?
You know, they're really different, and I'd
Mm-hmm.
never guessed that. Like, intimate things are fun because, you know who's going to be there most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you get to connect so nicely with everybody. Whereas festivals, you have no clue who's going to turn up. Like,
Yeah.
you're not selling the tickets, so you don't know who's about to be there. But I had such a nice reception from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I like both. I've done a lot of festivals this summer, so I'm excited to get back into doing like quiet little gigs and stuff.
Yeah. Like best of both worlds, definitely. I suppose you wouldn't be a
Yeah,
true artist if you only did one or the other, would you?
exactly. Good point.
But the track itself, I loved it. It was so good. It was
Thank you.
I've had it on repeat. But
Oh,
the
thank you.
production for me was kind of very flirty, sultry, almost a bit gentle. But then
Mhm.
the lyrics, when you looked into what you were saying, was very much to the point. You were giving this message of like you knew what you were on about, you knew what you wanted, know what you didn't want to. But how was the
Yes.
process of combining like that production and lyrics all in one?
I had the idea. I just liked the kind of aesthetic of the word detached.
Yeah.
Um, and I thought I kind of had this image in my mind of like kind of rom-com films where like the scene is, I don't know, they wake up and they've just like had a one night stand and they have to kind of like slide out of bed and like run out. And I just love that image, and I thought it was like a really fun concept for a song. And I'm definitely a culprit of like doing that and falling in love too easy. So you just have to remind yourself. I have to remind myself at least to not get too attached.
Yeah, I think it's an important message. You're
Yep.
you 22?
I'm 22. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm the same. It's like really have to remind yourself, like, let's not get my feelings hurt too much.
Exactly. Exactly. Because yeah, when you get attached, things go wrong and
Yeah,
feelings get hurt, and yeah, it can go badly.
definitely. In terms of like production and songwriting and the singing, what's your favorite bit to do?
Ooh.
In terms of detached as well.
Um, detached. Sorry, I didn't even probably answer your question. Yeah, like with production, I think I songwriting excites me when there's production added to it. I've
Hmm.
never like when I was younger, I would write songs on piano and guitar and stuff. But
Yeah.
now that I can produce and I can work with producers, I like I just find the songwriting process so fun
Hmm.
when you can build it like alongside cool sounds and stuff. So I would
Yeah,
have to say both of those put together.
yeah, definitely. I think people undermine the it's like a full production, isn't it? They think you just someone comes along, sits in a room, writes a few words, and then you've got this song. Like, no, there's a lot more to it than that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, and it can take you can like do a few songs in a day, or you can take months on one song. And it just completely depends.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think my favorite lyrics from it was, I think it's when you said, "Take it off and I can take off early." I was like, "Oh, that's a cheeky side to you that you're
Ooh,
seeing there." I was like, "I like it. I
yeah.
like it." Is that, are you a bit of a heartbreaker
Thank
then?
you. Not in. No, I mean honestly, no. To be completely honest with you, this song it's sort of about a one night stand, but it's more about like getting back with an ex, which is almost
Ah,
worse. I don't know,
it's
but
stickier. It's a stickier
it's it's
situation.
it's a much stickier situation. Um, but yeah, I'm not a heartbreaker. I don't think. I
No,
don't want to be.
we never like to, never want to be coined as that for sure.
Yeah, no. I think I'm very empathetic, so I don't like to
Yeah.
hurt other people's feelings. So I tend to go with like the safest option for everyone. I
Which
would
is
say.
what detached is about as well. You're trying to avoid that situation. That,
Exactly, exactly.
that out. And I've seen as well, you've been termed as kind of an alternative R&B artist, which detached kind of summed up for me. Because I think for a lot of like R&B songs, it's very lovey-dovey or very about this incredible love or this incredible heartbreak. But detached felt very like pragmatic in what you were saying to
Yeah.
me. It wasn't as intense, but like as an alternative R&B artist, what elements of R&B do you like to still incorporate, or what other genres do you like to include?
Uh I think the R&B aspect is just the like song at the core. If you take away all the production and just
Mm-hmm.
performed it, like the chords are really lush.
Yeah.
Um, and I think my vocals, to an extent, is a little R&B. I think just because of what
Mm-hmm.
I kind of grew up listening to, and the stuff I was listening to when I started making music, which was a lot of contemporary R&B artists.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the alt stuff, definitely the production, like so many. I just love weird sounds for some reason. I have no idea why. It's just in me. No clue why. And then I think there's like a bit of a pop sound to what I do as
Yeah.
well. Um, I think in the kind of like sometimes lightheartedness of what I like sing about, and I think some of my songs are quite fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I would say those three. But I mean, every song you do is like a complete different mashup of genres. It's kind of hard. I'm glad you said that it sounds alt R&B because I always wonder if that's actually like a accurate description of my music because I have no idea.
No, because I can hear it as well. It's like you said, the actual premise of the songs feels quite R&B, but it's the production that sounded a little bit alternative for me.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
like you said, I was listening to your Adulted album as well, and you've got a range of sounds. So it's, I suppose, is it frustrating trying to be pinpoint, like forced into a label?
I mean, it's like it has to be done. I guess everyone
Yeah.
has to kind of do it, but it's just tricky. Like kind
Mm-hmm.
of when you're creating music, there's like so many things you can do with like
Mm-hmm.
sounds and concepts that it is hard to stick to a genre, I guess, or a couple of
Mm-hmm.
genres. But I totally get. Obviously, it's useful having genres because then you can just be like, yeah, I'm an R&B artist, and people sort of can have an idea of the music you make, I guess. So
Yeah.
it's fair enough.
A necessary evil at times, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But how is it releasing a song like this? Because obviously it's about kind of quite an intimate moment. Is that like a vulnerable thing for you to like how what was your emotions in releasing this track?
Um, I mean, it does feel vulnerable, but it feels kind of cheeky enough that it doesn't feel too personal.
Yeah.
And I think like I don't know that I feel like putting out songs is regardless of what they're about is a vulnerable feeling just because it's something you
Mm-hmm.
created, even if it's not about you, like the story. I think just giving everyone something you've spent time working on um, can feel really vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think that's the kind of job, and I enjoy that. I think I
Mm-hmm.
thrive off of that.
I feel like that's what any creative person likes, isn't it?
Yeah,
That outlet.
yeah, yeah. It's like I don't know. It's making the music is one part of the outlet of all the emotions and stuff, but then putting it out and letting people hear it and having people's feedback on it is like a whole extra part, which makes it
Yeah.
kind of worth it.
But I hear a lot as well in interviews. You describe yourself kind of as quite shy or like quite awkward, and I've seen like tracks as in the past, but it's not what I'm getting now. Like that's not the
Really?
Jazmine that I'm seeing now. Like literally not at all.
The problem was, my first single was Awkward, my song Awkward,
Hmm.
and because I swear I'm awkward. But then you put out a song, and then I'm doing a bunch of interviews, and I'm getting used to speaking to people, and so
Yeah.
they're like, "You don't seem awkward." I'm like, "No, I swear I am. I'm getting maybe a bit less awkward, or I hide it well. I don't know, one or the other. But I feel awkward in myself.
I was gonna say, fake it till you make it, because
Uh,
whatever you're
couldn't
doing
agree. Yeah,
is working. It is working well. I like it.
exactly. Okay,
Um,
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
but Detached feels like a really nice follow on from your last EP, Adulting, as well. It's kind of a similar message, I suppose, isn't it? But how is
Yeah.
adult life treating you at the moment? What's on the cards for you?
Uh, it's pretty great. I'm enjoying adult life. It's fun in LA. I'm just writing at the moment.
Hmm.
I've done a bunch of shows over summer and didn't have much time to write or make new stuff. So I'm out here at the moment making music. And same when I get back, I think I'm just gonna be working on my sound even more,
Hmm.
making cooler songs, and yeah, putting new stuff out eventually.
Do you prefer working over in the UK because you're from, is it London, or do you prefer being based out in LA?
I like switching it up. I think I
Mm.
get bored really easily,
Hmm.
and I love like I've written in a few places, and I think it's just nice to have a change of scenery, change of people you're working with.
Hmm.
Um, it's just nice to kind of change it up. Otherwise, I think you can get like stuck in a rut and really, I don't know, you start creating similar sounds, and I like to keep it fresh and keep it
Hmm.
new. I think, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, mate, it's horrible, grey, cold and rainy, so you've
Is it?
escaped. Yeah, you've escaped at the right
It's
time, if I'm honest. Um,
honestly, it was hot here, so it's very nice.
don't make me jealous. But just before I let you go, this is the final question I've got for you. Obviously, your track is called Detached. Um, but to flip it on its head, what at the moment are you feeling attached to, or what is holding importance to you at the moment that you feel like other people should know about?
Ooh, ooh. What am I feeling attached to right now? I'm feeling attached to. Okay, can I do two?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, one is just like, um, at the moment, like just finally being back to making music. I'm just
Hmm.
getting really into that and kind of, I think getting better at production and stuff, which is fun. And songwriting out here, I'm
Hmm.
feeling like quite challenged. Um, and then also skateboarding.
Oh,
I like
really?
thoroughly suck at it, and I'm not like a skateboarder, and I don't want people to think I'm cool and can skate because I can't. But I was like, every time I've been to LA before, I've been like, oh, I wish I bought my board, and then this time I did, so I'm finally getting back into that, which is fun.
Honestly, I feel like there's a whole people that can skateboard are just cool to me. Like,
Oh yeah, I
just the
agree. I'm not
aesthetic.
one of them, but the aesthetic. Like I've realized everything in life I enjoy, I fully only enjoy because of the aesthetic of it, which is maybe bad, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool aesthetic. Let me do that.
I mean, life is all about enjoyment and also like enjoying the beautiful things in life. So if the aesthetic's what you want, then go for it.
Yeah.
Can you actually do it? Are you any good?
I can go places on it, which is helpful here because Ubers are insanely inexpensive.
Yeah.
Um, but I can't really do tricks and stuff yet. I don't mind hurting myself. It's just really inconvenient, and I don't want to injure myself in a country that doesn't have free healthcare. So
Very
I'm
true. I was
kind of
going to
being
say.
careful, but also trying to have a bit of a like, uh, who cares? Like, just go for it mood. So
Oh my God, if you're on stage, you're bruised. We'll know why.
yeah,
We will know where
if
that's
my
come
next
from.
show, if I've got like plasters and stuff on me, I'll be why.
But but I'm really excited to hear how that goes on. Definitely hear how that
Thank
goes on.
you.
But also
I'll keep you
anything
updated.
we've got to look forward to from you soon. Any new
Yeah,
music?
when I'm back, I've got a gig in Leeds. I'm supporting Looney. I actually don't know what date it is, but it's November.
Hmm.
Um, and new music coming super soon as well.
Oh, exciting, a tease for us
Yeah.
all. But thank you so much, and I wish you all the luck with everything that's going to come. I'm sure it's going to go amazingly for you.
Thank you very much.
But
Thank
thank
you.
you so much.